Good morning. This is me, messy, raw, real. I felt inspired to share something with you that's been on my heart and been on my mind, and a short practice that can help you with that. So, people have asked me recently with the Awaken Your Power free experience coming up tomorrow. I've had some people ask, they've signed up and then they've asked, why energy activation? What does it do? And I'm not going to get into all of it here because I have longer explanations, and if you're with us tomorrow at noon or at 7 on Awaken Your Power, I am going to share deeper explanation of this, but I thought I would at least just give an kind of an intro explanation, if you will. So I believe, and this is part of my spiritual journey and my spiritual growth, what I have learned and implemented and practiced in order to bring more clarity, more confidence, more joy, peace, love, laughter, all of those high vibrational energies more into my life. This is what I believe and what I do. So I believe that every one of us humans is created of the same energy and created by the same source as the heavens and as the earth. And with that, we have a part of source energy inside of us. There is a part of our brain that is whatever you want to refer to that as, source energy, God, universe, whatever works for you, you can fill in the blank. And that is our creativity, our creative center. And that is where we are able to change with energy ideas into things, whether they are material things or concepts, ideas, practices, whatever, businesses, whatever that may be. So a lot of the women that I work with are in a space of feeling like they want something more for themselves, but they're feeling like, I know I'm meant for more. I know I'm meant for something bigger. I don't want to keep sleepwalking through life. And it's either that they don't know what that thing is that they quite want, or they know, but fear and doubt and uncertainty and second guessing and all of those lovely gifts that we have start coming up, and it causes them to freeze, causes inaction. And what I know to be true about energy and creation and manifestation is that it is not just speaking the thing into existence, okay? There's not a magical thing you can say without action that brings creation, okay? So it's, yes, the mindset piece, but you also need action. And so a lot of people, where they get stuck is the action piece. And what energy activation can do, or does, is it allows you through different ways to turn off the mind chatter, to connect to a deeper part of you. And that deeper part is that source energy. And when you reconnect with that part of your soul and that part of your incredible brain, that's where you connect with the part of you that is bigger, that is more powerful than the fear, the uncertainty, the wavering, the second guessing, the lack of confidence, all of those things. And from there, you can take the action that is needed to turn your thoughts into things. So if this resonates with you, or if you're like, well, that sounds neat, but that's totally confusing, I don't understand, like, what are you talking about, Amy? That is where Awaken Your Power comes in. That is why I offer this for free, because I wholeheartedly know that the more of us who live from this space, yes, not only are we creating better lives for ourselves and our families, but it ripples, and it ripples out to communities and to the world. And can you imagine a world with a higher vibration? And when I say vibration, what I mean is that every emotion has a certain frequency. And our emotions such as joy and love and gratitude, those are high frequency energies. So the more of us that live in that space, the better, more peaceful, more loving, more joyful the world is. And yes, on a micro level, it's about me helping women one at a time find that within them and awaken that within them, and allow you to be able to move past those stopping blocks and take the bold action and make the moves and make choices and have faith in your vision. And then that culminates, right, and accumulates into macro change for the world. So for those of you who have never experienced energy activation, here's a short thing that you can do to help you just in seconds tune back into your source energy. Okay, so tuning out of all the mind chatter, all the BS, and coming back to home. The thing also to point out here is this happens to all of us, right? Like, even though I practice this daily and live from this space, like, I was making a huge business decision recently and it felt really scary. And maybe I'll make a video about that too, because I think it was important how I got through that, because I used these tools to get through that and to tune back into me. So anyhow, it happens to all of us. We all feel fear. My belief is that we don't have to fix anything. You don't have to fix that fear. Like, the fear can be there, and you can use practices like this to propel yourself into the action that you need to take to get wherever it is that you want to go, or create whatever it is that you want to create. So if you'll put your hands palms up on your knees, you can be seated in a chair, on the floor, whatever that looks like, and just take a couple deep breaths. You're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you're breathing, I want you to notice the air around you and how it feels on your body. And then I want you to focus all of your attention on the palms of your hands. Both palms have a cylinder of light coming straight out of them. Turn all of your focus, all of your imagination on these two pillars of light coming out from the palms of your hands. Take a couple deep breaths there. You might notice some tingling or kind of some pressure in your hands. Just notice what you feel in your palms. If you don't feel anything, that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not working. It is still working. And then I want you to bring your hands in front of your chest, palms facing each other, a few inches apart, and just feel the space between your palms. Feel that energy. You might feel tingling. You might feel heat or coolness or stickiness. And just bring your hands a little bit apart and a little bit back together, remaining completely focused on the space between your hands. That is key. Notice what you feel. And then bringing your hands in front of your chest with your palms facing your chest. Once again, noticing the feeling in the space between your palms and your chest. And you can play with that a little bit by bringing your hands away and back toward your chest and noticing what you feel in your body when you do that. You might feel something in your fingertips, in your hands, in your palms, in your chest, somewhere else in your body. No judgment, just notice what you feel. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay. Stay focused on the space between your palms and your chest. This energetic exchange. Taking a couple more deep breaths, noticing what you feel. And then bringing your hands back down to your knees. Staying in that energy and asking yourself, what is it that I want to create today? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? Any of those questions, asking yourself and listening to your soul's guidance. Because the thing is, you have all the answers. We just need to turn down all of the outside volume, tune into our own frequency, and listen for our answers. What is one thing you can do today to move in the direction of your dreams, of your vision, to live your best life? What is one thing you can do today? You might hear something that completely surprises you. You might hear something obvious. You might hear nothing at all. That's okay. This is a practice, and it takes each of us a different amount of time. And then when you're ready, bringing your palms together in prayer posture at heart center. Taking a moment to express gratitude for yourself for showing up here today. Express gratitude for your courage and bravery to perhaps try something new. And gratitude and love for each other and for all beings everywhere, all of humanity, and every living being in the universe. Taking a final deep breath, bringing some movement back to your body and coming back to this space from wherever it is that you may have just traveled. I would love to hear what you felt from that, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how that experience was for you. Hopefully your mind was able to quiet a bit. Even if not, tell me. I want to know how that was for you. And if you want more of this, join me tomorrow and the amazing women who are already signed up for either the 12 o'clock session or the 7 o'clock session Eastern. Will probably be an hour to an hour and a half, usually somewhere in between there, depending on how long our practice goes. It's all intuitively guided. I will teach you some of the reasons of how this works, why it works, how you can use it in your everyday life. I will do a much longer guided meditation as well as energy activation. And then the best part that I'm most excited for is I'm gonna walk you through some prompts to really help you with those next steps and getting past some of the things that are stopping you from taking action toward creation. So join me tomorrow. I can't wait to see you there, and have a wonderful day.